Hello, hello. There is chaos going on the screen, as you can see, and that is all thanks to a little bit of gambling that's going on in chat. Hello. I basically didn't sleep last night, so if I have low energy, that's it. But I made a lot of little changes to stream. You'll see I got a light over here now. I'm a little bit more vibrant than I used to be. My Blender setup is different, and we got a bunch of new channel stuff in Twitch. I messed around a little bit with my audio settings, so let me know if I'm too loud, too quiet, clippy, whatever. Hopefully it's a quick transition process. Looking at my mic, it already looks like I'm clipping, so we're gonna drop it down too, so I'm not clipping. We got a goose. Somebody's got a goose for us. So, what are we up to today? Today we are going to take this little scene here and make a little slime splatting on a wall. Prompt for the day is splat, and originally I was going to do a Rorschach test. Oh no. So I have to do squats real early in the stream. That's fine. So we're going to do ourselves some squats. But first, I'm going to make a scene of a little slime splatting. Originally, it was supposed to be a Rorschach test. I thought a lot about that. That is much more of a 2D design challenge, not a 3D design challenge. And I just thought about it for a while and I didn't like it. So we're not doing that. We're doing a slime. It's going to be good. I learned a lot last night about how to make this work. Hopefully we're on like the next level of modeling. All right, we got a lot of geese in chat today, so let's do some squats. All right, squat time. Let me put on some music while I'm doing this. Oh, good. Just the perfect squat music. Hysteria. All right. That was a quick one. Let's go slower. Yeah, baby. Let's go. I'm gonna be buff as fuck, man. All right. So, we're back. Someone's got to do the squats. Now you feel more awake. I'm just going to pass out quicker now. Oh, also, last order of business. If you see a black spot right here, I'm a dummy. I was making my bed because I knew my bed was going to show more on the stream. So I made my bed and I threw it up and it hit my fan, and I haven't dusted my fan in a while. Oops. So we're going to ignore that. Okay, let's do this. So, we're loving the geese. This is how I chew up everyone's channel points. Music is a little bit loud, by the way. Thank you. Thank you for that. Very appreciated. How is... Let's wait till the next song starts. Come on, give me a song. How was this? A Tablet Genius. Much better? A-okay. It still might be a little loud. I used to have it at -12 and now I have it at -4. So we'll see. Tablet Genius. I have a comment for you. I've been watching you for a little bit. And I got a song name. This is Dire Dire Docks, baby. This is the one. Tablet Genius, I got some comments for you. Why are you so mean to yourself? I was looking at you streaming the other day, and you have the meanest stream titles. Be nice to yourself. You deserve it. Inserts Mario oof noise. There is an oof. We do have an oof. All right, so we have ourselves this. I'm going to work in kind of a different way than I normally do. Oh, no. Hold on. I have to fix something. I messed up. I done a goof. I messed up my themes. I got to go to my shader editor. Where are you? Node editor? Is that it? Theme space? Window background? Is that what I want? There we go. Boom. Perfect. We're back. Okay, now it has transparency. That didn't have transparency before. Okay, so what do we want to do? We want to make a little brick texture. So we're going to do stone slabs. And I'm going to do my best to make some stone slabs for everyone. Hey! We got a little goose in chat. Hanging out. What are we working on? We're making a splat and slime. Making a little slime splatting all over the place. I gotta fix that. That is hard to see for me. You can see it fine because it's not transparent. But I have a green border here and I can't see this at all. I made a bunch of changes to my theme space. It's a lot easier on the eyes, but I need to be careful of contrast. I'm not exactly a color theorist, so I was just doing my best. Okay. Let's go and make some height. Did you ever see the importance of being earnest? I have no idea what that is. I've never even heard of that. What is that? What theme you use? I have a custom-made theme. I use a crazy theme. My theme is really weird. It's a movie and a play, just curious. Yeah, I've never heard of it. I've not heard of it at all. Okay, so if we apply scale, oh, it doesn't do anything for us. We're gonna keep it like that then. Making a floor dog? No floor dogs today. No floor dogs today. Today is very concentrated. I'm very on it today. There we go. 0.9 should look pretty choice. Actually, I'm gonna go all the way. Let's go 0.10. Who cares? Yeah, that'll be fine. The goal is to find this seam in just a little bit, but we're going to do that later. Cool. Okay. I'm just trying to rate my skills much more objectively. That's not objective. Don't do that. You're worth more than that. You're good. You're well liked, my man. Don't sell yourself short. We love your work around here, and there's no reason to be mean to yourself. Bum ba-dum ba-dum ba-da-bum ba-dum 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 bum ba-dum ba-dum ba-da-bum bum 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 bum. There we go. So here is where the new magic begins. Here's where I'm gonna do something brand new that we've never done before. Actually, you know what? I want to do this in a different way. Let's come into here. We're gonna grab this and we're gonna extrude straight up to make a wall. Now I know I'm kind of beating around the bush a little bit. I have a clear idea of what I want to do, and I'm practicing a new technique. This will all be worth it in the end. What? Oh, there we go. That was weird. Let's do like 10. Okay, so I'm loving that the slot machine plays on the emote wall. That is like my favorite thing in the universe now. So shout out to the slots on Streamlabs for being amazing. We got some geese in chat. We're just having a great time. It's not half bad. This is not a bad stream we got going on here. Okay, so objectively, I can't do this. I have already messed up. Yeah, I can't do that. Nope. Take that back. Instead, what we need to do is add ourselves a cube, which should look like this, with a little SY to make that shallow, and a little bit of GY to bring it back in. We want to touch it as close as we can, make it big, Make it perfect. Make it beautiful. What a game. What an absolute game. Shout out to Fez. I love Fez so much. I know Phil Fish is a controversial figure in the games industry. At least he was for a long time. I don't know what he's doing now. But you can't deny that Fez is one of the best games ever made. It is just objectively super cool. Started a huge movement. Love that game to death. Okay, so we got ourselves a little stone wall here, and we have a little floor. Should be just fine. So here's where things get weird. Oh, actually, I'm looking at it. New thought, new thought, new thought. We're going to go ahead and extrude this guy out. All right, so the point of this whole thing should be very apparent right about here. I'm going to grab this. We're going to grab one of these guys. I don't know which one we want. Probably that one. Let's say that one. I'm going to grab him. So we're going to put this guy right about the center of him. Vibing. We're hard vibing. Is the music still kind of loud? It feels kind of loud to me. How is the music? Is it okay? Okay. Here's where we get really granular. We got to be very careful with how we do this. GX. Let's do that. GX. How is your day going? Well, I got like no sleep last night. And I like burnt the night away by practicing some Blender stuff, which honestly was nice. I've been kind of stagnant for a little bit, so it was nice to break the trend a little bit. But I'm pretty tired. I woke up this morning with vigor and decided to be as productive as I could today. And it all started with rethinking how I wanted to do this sketch. So this is hopefully going to be the tone for the rest of the day, is however well I do on this sketch. I know people tune in from all over the world, which is cool, which is a weird little thing that happens here. But it's pretty early for me. It's 2 p.m., so there's a lot of daylight to burn after stream, usually. So usually when I finish stream, I try to, like, stop. But I don't want to do that today. Music is a touch loud. Thank you very much. We're going to do -6. That should be better. I hate Twitter now because compared to Instagram, Insta has good influence. What? What are you talking about? No sleep. No sleep. All right, so we got ourselves a little brick here, and if I do my part correctly, I should be able to go into our shaders. I should be able to grab, where are you? Edit. Boom, boom. And I should be able to assign that to a new slot. Look at that baby. Look at that baby. Perfect. Yep, and we have just a flat line right there. How do you do that voice? Okay, so men of the masculine variety, you know how you have a falsetto voice? I hate Twitter now because compared to Instagram, Insta has have a good influence. I mean the followers. I don't know what you're talking about. Men have a falsetto that is below their normal voice. So you have an upper falsetto and a lower falsetto. And really all it is just using your upper falsetto to be a weirdo. Okay, that looks good as far as I'm concerned. So here's where we get silly with it. So we're gonna put our camera. Oh, this is not the best thing in the world. These need to be longer. Okay. I love using my upper falsetto. I get that. I'm pretty fond of my falsettos as well. I like falsetto. It's kind of silly, right? It's just like your weirdo thing that you can do. Humans are a strange species, aren't we? Oh, good. I can just go as long as I want. There we go. Now your turn. Oh, wait, hold on. It got messed up. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Why did it do that? Oh, I see, I see, I see. Do it again? Nope. You're cut off. That's all you get. Give me something to say in the robot voice, and I'll say it. The scale is messed up, is what it comes down to. So let's come back over to shader nodes. Wow. Is that pyro? That's pyro. Give me your leader. What are we talking about? Have we gone off the deep end today? Oh, that works. That works well. All your base are belong to us. Wow. Say onions are the grossest thing ever. All right. Just for you, I will say it.
Onions.
I'm dying.
Onions are the grossest thing ever.
I can do it one better. I can do it better. My voice is a little criggly craggly. I'm not saying 1,000 things.
Onions are the grossest thing ever.
There you go. Are we pleased with that? Are we pleased with ourselves now? Have we gotten what we came here for? Yeah, I think we are. I think we're very pleased with ourselves. Hey, what's up, David Draws? Okay, so we're going to cut that in half and do just one single springboard, and that means we can zoom way in, way closer. I'm not saying aura. Not happening. That ain't my energy. I'm not an aura kind of lady. I'm a what's cracking kind of man, if you know what I'm saying. Okay, so we're gonna fill a bunch of these guys up. Delete. Wow, we're getting a lot of geese. How are you getting geese so quickly? There's a cooldown on it. How are you getting geese every couple of seconds? What? How is that possible? I put a cooldown on there. That's odd. That's not how that's meant to work. Alright, well the goose infection is strong today. You're just jealous as an aura better than you? Am I jealous of aura? Is that the world that we live in? The goose is like a 10-second cooldown? Okay, well, the good news is if somebody were to burn themselves down to 0 channel points, you will only get like 1 goose per hour. So ultimately, I'm not that worried about it. It is fun while it lasts, though. I'm into it. I'm pleased about this. Bum ba dum ba dum bum ba dum ba dum bum. Did you really just get another bit of squats? Okay, we're doing squats. Give me 1 minute. I have to make sure that this works real quick before I lose my mind. But then I will do squats for you. You hear my sultry voice? Doing the robot voice gave me a crazy little temper to my voice. Gotta make sure you're dummy thick. I know that's the dream. I know that's everybody's dream in chat, is to make a dummy thick man on stream. Build a boyfriend here live on Twitch. I guess I have invited this into my own life. I guess I'm not that upset about it. Okay, so that looks good. That's perfect. And if we zoom in, we can get a very specific... Yeah, right there is going to be perfect. Squat. Give me 1 minute. I gotta set up a camera, put it in the right position, and then I'm going to squat. Yesterday, I made ribs that I cooked on low heat for 5 hours, and today I ate some of them. God, I am a good cook. Beer gave bitterness, honey gave crispness, and just coming off the bones. Did you make enough for class? I want some. It sounds like the worst thing in the world. It does sound like the worst thing in the world. I'll give you this. But nothing is better. You take a rib and you put it on a brioche bun and you just grab the bone. You grab the bun and you grab the bone and you just pull the bone out while you're biting it. Oh. There's nothing better. There's nothing better than that. Praise the Luca. What's better than this? Just guys being dudes. All right, let's go ahead and do a little bit of setup on the camera. Camera. How do I do this? Where's my camera? Oh, we don't have our camera selected, is what it is. No, we do. View lock, camera to view, there it is. Yeah, I know. We're all going to harass me about the squats. I'm getting there. I need to do this. I can't speed this part up. Or watch your profanity. You know what? I deserve that. Okay, that's my scene. I think we're good. Let's get rid of camera to view and let's do some squats. All right, squat time. As my hair goes everywhere. It's the squat squad. Okay. It's a good thing I ate right before stream. I hope everybody likes my belly as it shows off on stream. Wow. Pyro, I heard that from here. Get a wider stance. I know you're not sorry. Nobody's sorry. I don't know how that one fits in, but sure. Let's make sure Igor's facing the camera. Okay, boom. My hair's going everywhere. You get to actually see how bad my hair is. Okay, we're back. We're here. Is stream chaotic enough? Okay. If I breathe heavy, you're not going to judge me, right? You're not going to judge how unhealthy I am, despite how skinny bean I look? Little Igor. I'm going to make the assumption that people like the changes I made to the stream. I'm just going to make that assumption right now. Okay, we got a spring. Stretch? All right. Red, the stream chaotic enough? The stream, no. Honestly, that is all the energy in the world. Oh man, I'm gonna be limber and buff. Come back in November to see a Chad on stream. I never want to be a Chad. I hope that doesn't get quoted or anything. All right, so we got a spring. So close to 1 million points for the dark timeline. Yeah, as if there's no way. In order to get 1 million points, I calculated it. You have to watch for like 3 years. Okay, Let's do this. Yeah, I did the math. I did do that old math thing. I might be a weird dude on the internet, but I got math lock. I got math down. I can do that old math thing. Do I want that? Steps? We can lower the steps, honestly. I don't care that much. And then we're going to up the resolution later. Like resolution right here. Oh, what? Oh no, this is the resolution. No? We'll deal with that later. We're gonna deal with all this later. I failed math. Everyone, give Junie points so we can unlock the dankest timeline. We're in a spirit bomb. Good luck. Good luck. Okay, I got a spring. Nice and made. We're gonna throw that spring right in this little slot here. And it should be kind of apparent what's going on. There we go. Oh, look at that. Look how beautiful she looks. Perfect. Wait, you can give points? You cannot give channel points. You can give Streamlabs points, but not channel points. I do kind of wish they were connected. I think that would be a cool little vibe, honestly. But I get why they're not. I 100% understand it. Twitch doesn't, like, want anything from Streamlabs or anything like that. It would be nice, though. We can dream. Yes. We can dream. Okay, so I'm going to grab all of this. We're going to put on proportion, and we're going to bring everything in slightly. Just a little bit. We're just making a little spring come into the center. Now we're going to grab you, and I'm going to do some weird stuff to you. Actually, I realized what I just did wrong. Are you restarting your Animal Crossing island for the new patch in DLC or no? What is the point of restarting your island? Do you get anything? Is there anything new to be done about restarting your island? Because I don't see any reason why I would do that. As far as I'm concerned, the DLC is just making more items, right? Some people are, some people aren't. I'm not, though. Yeah, I'm not either. That doesn't seem like a thing I want to be doing. Okay, that's perfect. I don't get why it's doing that. That doesn't make sense to me. Let's go ahead and take you and dissolve those. And now we can do that. Actually, let's just turn off proportion altogether. Oh, I see. I was being silly. We're doing curves. Where is my curve editor? Wait, what? Am I missing something? What am I missing? Why can't I edit the curve? Interesting. I don't know what's going on. Let's do a little GZ, and let's go ahead and rotate this guy down a little bit. Excuse me. I messed something up big time. Control points. I messed something up big time on this guy. Okay, tell you what. We're gonna go back to this. And I'm going to call that it. That is fine. That is all I care about. Dunzos. That is a little weird looking, honestly. Let's go ahead and try and smooth that out just a little bit. Just in the Z direction. Why are you so weird? What is happening? Okay, I don't know why it looks so weird. I'm not going to think about it. I'm not going to worry about it. It's not my problem. So, what I want to be doing is grabbing you, edit you. We're going to make a face right here. Boom. We're going to grab it. We're going to separate by selection. We're going to grab it up. GZ. Now we can go ahead and edit it and extrude it down. Oh, this is going to work. Okay, it was a little bit of a slow start, but we are here for sure. Also, I can't see my gizmos. Why? I don't know what's going on, but we'll take it. Oh, it's because my object of origin is way far away. That's why. To geometry, there we go. We're going to add a little bit of a weird curve to this. Thank you for the save. Very appreciated. That looks good to me, and now we take this guy and we're going to push him into a weird position to match. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull you forward just a little bit. Set our proportion up and make sure it's connected. There we go, and now we're going to rotate it in that same direction just a little bit. Using this. We're going to do connected. That didn't work at all. What? Why didn't that work? There we go. That one worked. That does look janky. Let's do a sharp instead. How bad does that look? It looks kind of weird. It does work, though. It does get the idea across. Do I care for a speed sketch? Maybe I don't care for how fast we're going today. If we look from our camera, it's not as distinct as you would like it to be. You did slots, no value. You gotta add it. You gotta add your bet. Has anybody won slots yet? Has anybody won anything from the slots yet? Because they seem like nobody can win. I have heard to not restart your island until you try the update. What does restarting your island do, though? Like, what do you get from that? Like, is there new generation on the update? Like, why would you want that? How do slots work? You do exclamation point slots and the amount that you want to bet. If you get 3 in a row, you get a bunch of points. But so far, it shows that the chances are pretty low of winning. Did Saf win? Oh, Saf won! Wow. There's our first winner. Okay, let's do this guy. So, here's what I learned. Here's my new thing. We're going to edit you real quick. Yeah, somebody is just doing it. We're going to grab that. We're going to pop you down. And now I got to figure out where I want the window to be. You don't get anything new for restarting your island. It's just a refresh if you're burned out on the game. Got it. That's probably not me then. I worked pretty hard on my island. I doubt I want to change anything. Okay, I think that's my window. Sure, that'll be it. That's my boy. My boy. And now I just go through and we're going to bridge. Okay, now. Here it is. I'm not restarting my island. I spent too much time getting Dream Villagers and DIYs to start over. Yeah, that's pretty much how I feel. Like, why would I want to do that? Just seems like a weird waste of time. Like, it's cool if somebody wants to do that, but it's just, that ain't me. There we go. We got ourselves a window right there. And now let's go ahead and subdivide around it. I'm also not prepping my island for the new stuff because it's like there's less stuff than when the new stuff comes out. Yeah, I don't think it's worth going crazy over. Okay, so I am going to fully claim that I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, so we're all going to know that I don't know what I'm doing. So this is me just spoofing around trying to make something work. But I have a cool new thing to work on. So here's the idea. We're going to grab all of this. Just like that. And we're going to extrude it out. And I'm going to turn that into a little stone facade. And it should be good to go. So here's what I want to do. I want to grab this and play with it just a little bit. So let's grab you. Let's bevel you using vertex bevel. Hello. That's not what we want. We're going to want to apply our scale first and then do a vertex bevel using just one. And we're going to go ahead and prescribe just a few little cuts in this thing to give it some definition. And then from there, we'll be able to just dig in. Do I want to do literally anything else? Do I care about anything else? No, I don't. We're done. Okay, boom. So here's what I learned. You can make stone pretty easily by using an auto normal. I say pretty easily. It's not easy at all, but it is good. It shows off really well. You can make stone by grabbing this. We're going to call this wall low. And I'm going to copy it and make a wall high. And now I can go ahead and sculpt this using a very particular technique and then bake it onto the small wall to make it look really good with not a lot of geometry. So my next goal is now to just make some walls. So we're gonna go for it. And I'm gonna use Dynatopo because I wanna, actually satisfy Beryl for once in his life. Let's see, what do we want? We want Scrape. Where is Scrape? Scrape and Peaks. Scrape is the new stuff that I learned about. Look at this. It's doing that. Let's go ahead and throw on Smooth by default. No, let's not do that. We're going to turn on Dynatopo. We're going to turn off Smooth, and we're going to go. So the goal is just to get really granular, really small, and make some nice looking stone. And it should look pretty good when we're done. So this might take a hot minute, but this is just going to be a little soothing thing that we work on. And this, I think, is going to be classy. I know I am a filthy mouse. I'm a filthy mouse user when it comes to all this stuff, but I think it'll work out in the end. I think we're not going to stress those details. Look at that. Beautiful little bits. We're just making some stonework. So, the goal is just to make something usable. Filthy mouse boy. Yeah, you know me. You know me. I've already taken bunnies from Niche. Now I need to take rats from Ratlord. That's a joke, by the way. Niche is a wonderful person who is much more of a bunny than I could ever be. In all ways but physical, they are a bunny. All right. So we got the slots spinning. We got the slots going. Can't be upset at that at all. How's everybody doing today? What's everyone's day look like? Is everybody having a nutty October the same way that I'm having a nutty October, or is everybody just big chillin'? You are the... Oh, they are the human version of a bunny? Yeah, for sure they are. Like, I don't know if you've seen Niche in action, but they are true bunny mode. My day is looking like night. Okay, do you enjoy the night? Are you a night person? Because I would probably argue you are, knowing you. Look at this bad boy. Look how good that looks. Look how amazing that looks. And no need to do any remeshing because I actually took Barrel's advice for once in my gosh forsaken life. Okay, so we're going to go through the top here just a little bit. My day is a lot better. I got a gifted sub on Chaos's stream. That's awesome. Who did it? Who gifted that to you? I'm going to guess Silken Coat. I'm going to guess Silken Coat. There we go. Boom. A little bit of articulation there. Okay, cool. So that's that part done. Let's do the next. So what we want is draw sharp. Yeah, draw sharp. So this guy can be used to make the actual stones. Assuming you do it correctly, you can make the actual stonework here and push them all in. Oh, that looks bad. Hold on, we goofed it. I don't love the way that looks, if I'm being perfectly honest. That wasn't how it worked in the tutorial I was watching. But I suppose not everything can be great. Zypher, I think it was the name. Oh, Zyfire. I think it's one of their mods. Zyfire's cool. From what I've seen, Zyfire seems pretty cool. Hello? Okay, let's draw... Interesting. Okay, so we're going to just push a sculpt right through here. Yeah, as tightly as we can in here. We're going to get just a nice little ridge going. Now, this is my first time doing this, so I can't assume that it's going to be as good as the work that I was looking at online. Although I would like it to be. But just getting results is all that matters in the beginning here. We just want something that looks usable. Also, I should probably get rid of all of this. So I'm going to go ahead and build out all of the bricks that I want and then fill them in just a moment. I think that's how we want to do it. Although I'll do a test run right here. Let's do a test on this guy. Let's do just a little baby test. What do we want? We want draw sharps. So the goal is just to push in and make something interesting. I don't know to what degree we're going to love the way this looks. Also, draw sharp is definitely not working the way I want it to. Which is worrying. So we only have to do a particular part of the wall to get this working. Wow, Dynatopo is lovely. Here comes Beryl saying I told you so, but Dynatopo rocks, man. This is great. You do this to make high poly, and then you just drop back down for your bump on your low poly version, and you're set. This is a quick way to make some sketches. Turns out, watching tutorials online actually makes a big difference in your workflow. Turns out it actually helps to pay attention to what you're doing. Flip table. Okay, that actually doesn't look terrible. We got this little break here that's nice. Now this part is not great because I have to break it just a little bit. But I think if I'm careful... Okay, that's my brick size. Done. Okay, so I think I'm going to ignore some of the detail on the edges here. We only really need to focus on the part that we can see. I'm doing a little bit more than I probably need to just because I'm still kind of practicing, but realistically we can only see that much. It may even be in our best interest just to cut all of that off. I'm not going to stress it yet. Not going to stress it yet, but it is something to keep in mind. Everyone's flipping tables in chat. That's what you like to see. Okay, that's going to be one of our cross-sectional lines right there. There we go. Now, some of this stuff looks a little junky for me, but it is what it is. We're just practicing. I'm unflipping. Got to keep it clean. Oh, Poco, an order keeper. I appreciate the energy. Energy is very appreciated. Okay, you can definitely see all that. Poco, how was Chaos' stream today? How'd it go? I missed it. I was kind of having a lot going on this morning. I always miss Chaos' streams. Chaos has such a wild streaming schedule that I always end up missing stuff. I hope that doesn't come across negatively, because I like Chaos a lot. Chaos is a cool person. Oh no, Junie is undoing the table flipping. It was chill. Finished the Sloth Demon and working on the Greed Demon. Lovely. That's what you like to see. Okay, is this going to be an impossible challenge? It's actually not that bad. I only have to go up to where the window is. I can do that. Did you see Dune? No, I have not. I don't really like going to the theater, all things considered. I find the theater to be kind of an obnoxious place. I know I'm alone in that. I know nobody agrees with me, and that's fine. But I really don't like going to the movie theater. There's something so weird. Okay, I'm going to go on a rant here for a moment. There's something so weird about the idea that you pay money to go somewhere and have other people potentially talk and ruin your experience the whole time you're there. It's like, I don't know. That's a weird thing to me. There's something weird about the movies. You go to the movies and it's just like, I'm paying money and crossing my fingers that I have a good time. I don't like that. I know I'm like a crab apple. I know I'm like I'm the grumpiest man on earth or whatever, but like, just, you sit down and the person behind you starts talking, and then you're like, you turn around and you're like, hey, can you please stop talking? And the person throws a fit, and you're like, oh, cool. My life is ruined. Like, great. What do I have? I'm going to go miss part of the movie, walk out to the matron, tattle on this human being to get them removed from the theater, or just talk to and nothing's going to happen. And then I'm a jerk and I've missed part of the movie? Ugh, I hate it. It drives me nuts. I hate theaters. Theaters are terrible. I like movie theaters sometimes. I like getting popcorn. I watched on HBO Max with my friend on Discord. That's it. That's it. Yeah, that's good. Doing it at home is it. I agree with the sound argument. And I think buying a nice sound system would not compensate you for just watching a couple of movies per year. So I totally get that argument. I'm a headphone guy, and I have really nice headphones, despite the fact that they have a microphone that I wish they didn't. So for me, I already have good audio, but I can't really share that good audio with other people. Discord calls really are the energy right now for me. My entire life revolves around Discord calls. Oh, that one looks really good. This one is way more precise. Dune is so good, though. Please see it, the cinematography and special effects in movie. It'll be on my list. My list takes me like 2 years to get to. Last night, I was watching an anime, and I do not remember the name. Sorry, cannot help you there. But I was watching an anime about... Basically, there's these, like, it's a city with all these pillars in it. And they're, like, gateways to the yokai world, the, like, underworld. And I guess yokai kind of disappeared or something. I don't know. It was an interesting idea. So I watched it. I was like, let's watch this. And so I'm watching this anime. And it's just... It proved to me what I dislike about anime so much. What is the name of the anime? I just said, I don't know. If I take a moment, I could pull it up, but I'll have to wait on that. It was some long name. Noburo no Minutsi something or other. But, yeah. So it was just... It reminded me of everything I dislike about anime. You're fine. You're not stupid. Nobody here is stupid. If you choose to watch this stream, you're not stupid. I don't think anybody in the world is necessarily stupid, objectively. Actually, it's core to my belief that people are not stupid. But for the sake of my own ego, nobody here is stupid. Anyway, the point of it was that there's pillars in the world, in this city, that act as bridges to the yokai world. And so it starts with this little girl who is going to, like, a Japanese festival. No, CQDK is not stupid. Don't say that. So it's this little girl who's going to a Japanese festival, and she's like a foreigner or something. I'm assuming she's got to be a yokai based on just the way that, like, the show was set up. And so she goes to this festival, and all of a sudden things go bad, and yokai start pouring out from these portals, these pillars, whatever you want to call them. And everybody in the city just does, like, the most egregiously boring stuff. Like, there's one girl who, if she speaks words, she can make things become reality. So at one point, she makes a giant goldfish appear or something like that. And she uses a giant net to catch it. So she's just like, goldfish, net, big, large, and all these things are happening. It's like, if you have that amount of power, like, you could just be like, world peace, or whatever. Like, you could solve so many problems, but they don't, because it's an anime and they have to have, like, weird limiters to their power because their powers are too vague. And so it was just like everything was atrociously over-designed. So I watched one episode and I was like, I'm good. I'm done. I don't need more of this. So that was my experience with whatever this weird anime was. I watched one episode and I was like, nope, I'm good. If you're going to make an anime, you need to practice subtlety. This whole, like, one character is mega powerful, nobody can beat them until one character believes hard enough. I can't get behind that. Like, Gurren Lagann is almost good, but Gurren Lagann, to me, is, like, the same. I don't like Gurren Lagann. I know it's a classic. I know everybody likes it. It's too much. It's too much when everybody is the most powerful character in the universe. There's just something so disagreeable with that. So yeah. Every time people ask me whether I like anime or not, I'm always kind of like, maybe? I dislike a lot of it. Like, it'd be really, I think, underwhelming if you watch, like, Howl's Moving Castle, and all of a sudden, like, a character just appears out of nowhere, and they're like, I'm the most powerful character in the world, you can't beat me, and then everybody wishes upon a star that they can beat the character, and then they muster the power to beat the character. Like, that movie would be ruined. That movie would be terrible. It would be the worst movie ever. But it's not, because it's about subtlety. It's about characters who actually, like, one, want more than power, but two, like, deal with their power on an emotional level instead of, like, constantly trying to save the world from invisible threats. Okay, have I made one of the worst looking sketches so far? I have, indeed. Saying you like anime is like saying you like cartoons. Though I love Adventure Time, I wouldn't say I watch Dora the Explorer. Exactly. You hit the nail on the head with that one. It's just such a large genre. Every time people try to make subgenres of anime too, there's like pushback. It becomes hard to talk about it. Alright, so is this good for my very first Dinotopo? I don't think so. Well, I think it is good for my first Dinotopo, but it's not a very good sketch in general. We're just going to do our best to crease edges and make it look a little bit more like natural rock. That's the goal today. That's our only real goal, is to make this look a little bit more natural. That is all I am up to. There's a wide spectrum of anime and cartoons. Absolutely. I don't know. At the end of the day, I just like art. I like when people make things. It's a lot like, I guess it's the same as saying you like video games, and then somebody like runs up to you and they're like, oh, I love Call of Duty. And you're like, that's not what I was talking about. I was talking about like Hades and Sekiro and like games, not cookie cutter stuff. Oh, look at that. I actually think Call of Duty, you know, Call of Duty gets bagged a lot. Call of Duty's actually not that bad in the grand scheme of things. I don't think Call of Duty's like the most egregious game ever made. I know it gets memed on and stuff, but it's not terrible. Call of Duty's not terrible. It's just kind of boring. Hey, Beryl! Beryl, you're going to be so pleased with me. Do you see what's happening right now? Beryl, this is for you. I'm doing this for you right now. I hope you know this. Alright, so are we lost in the sauce? Are we just going way too long on this? I think so, yes. But I'm learning. I'm practicing. Are those way too big? They feel big. This stuff feels big to me. Let's do some flattens. Let's push this out. Let's make another rock here. If I just make a little rock right here, what is that going to do for us? Yeah, you got it. You wanted some Dino Topo. We got some Dino Topo. Flatten all this out. Just flatten it. Just go. Yeah, I think I might have gone a little overboard with some of this, but we'll get there. I'm just practicing. I don't exactly know what I'm doing yet. We're just doing a little bit of practice. So ideally, I want to not get too caught up in all these details for that much longer. We want to be able to finish this soon. So let's dig in and get to the main star of the show, the actual splat. You should turn off relative detail. Okay, let's do that. Relative detail to what? Constant detail or brush detail? What do you think? What's the ideal here? Constant? Okay, we'll do constant. Switch that to constant detail and let's... All right, Poco, you have a good night. No, I don't like that. Did that just ruin my whole mesh? Hey, Barrel? Oh, it goes back. It goes back. Okay, okay. No, we're doing relative detail. Relative detail, I actually like the way this works. I like the way this works a lot. I'm not gambling with it. There we go. You did not sample your detail scale? Well, I looked up a bunch of tutorials, and this is how I was shown to do it, so for the time being, I'm going to stick to this. Not that I won't change later, or that there's not new ideas on the horizon, but I'm this deep into it, so this is how we're doing it. Okay, that looks fine. It actually doesn't look bad at all. If we go to object and we smooth it, we get some weird looking stuff that I gotta fix in a little bit. But otherwise, I'm not that upset. Okay, boom. So we're gonna go real quick on this last bit. I say last bit, there's a lot more to go. But I'm just gonna make some little edits and we're just gonna go dig in. So we're just going real fast now. We're just not gonna think too hard about it. Why are you sculpting that? I am just trying a new technique. Sculpting a flat wall obviously is probably not your best interest, but things like this window I think are good. And what the end result should be, hopefully, is that I will bake all of this down into a bump map to throw onto the low poly model so that I don't have to worry about the geometry, but I can have this like level of detail. So I'm gonna make like a 2K, 4K texture out of this, which should be almost nothing compared to the size of this file as is. So hopefully it should be a quick and easy solve. Okay, so we could sit and get stuck in all the details here forever. We're not going to do that. We're just gonna go real fast. Yeah, just like that. Now you... Alright. The base detail of constant detail is 3. 3 verts a unit isn't exactly workable. So, important note here. Oh no. Our man's back. The villain of stream is back. Important detail here. You gotta explain what's going on to people. You can't just say use constant detail and then somebody uses it and it doesn't work because of something that wasn't said, right? I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I don't know anything. I'm a newbie when it comes to Dynatopo. I don't know anything. So, important thing to keep in mind is if you want somebody to kind of experience something the way that you're explaining it, you just got to let them know why. Very, very crucial. So I think once I do this one, we're basically done, right? We're done with this whole side. So I can finish off these bricks and just move on with my life. Of course, there's more detail to be had here, but I'm not that worried about it. And I might smooth out with a subdivision to be even worse than what I am already. No, I want one more. I'm going to do the top. We're going to do one more. All right, there we go. So that looks fine. Pyro's having a great time over here. Pyro, I'm glad you enjoy the sound effects so much. What an easy thing it was for me to implement. It was a lot easier than I was expecting it to be. All right. Let's push all this back together. We're just going pretty fast now. We just want this to be over with. Bum, bum, ba-dum. Actually, okay, I'm thinking about it now, Beryl. Does constant offset not change whether I zoom or not? Is that what the point is? It must be, right? That must be what that does. Trying to wrap my brain around it. All right, let's do that. That looks pretty all right. I know it's not the prettiest thing in the world, but I'm just doing my very first run of this. I'm not going to expect myself to be very good at this right away. Thank you for the goose. Thank you for a little goose to keep me going in the night. I can't wait to crash hard after stream and take a big old nap. Oh, it only ends right here. Never mind. We don't need to do all that. Let's put a little cut right here just so you can see some articulation, but otherwise we're done. Look at that. Let's get that sealed up in there. I think I actually kind of like relative offset if that's how it works. Okay, so that looks usable. Let's do you as well. That actually looks not half bad. I'm actually into this. The problem is I have so much more I have to do. We're gonna go real fast here. We've now hit the consciousness of our space. And we're just gonna go real fast. When you use constant detail, you must input your detail manually, something other Dynatopos do for you, but it allows you to constantly have the same amount of detail in the mesh, so zooming in or out does not introduce... Yes, okay. That is cool. I just don't know what the amounts of detail mean. So I wouldn't be able to, like, understand that yet. That makes a lot of sense, though. I actually get why you would want to do that. That does make, like, a ton of sense. I think I kind of like relative detail, but being able to zoom out and do a clear line like this all in one go, I totally get. Like, if you were good at this, I get why that would be a lot better. That makes a ton of sense to me. I'm with you there. I'm just not there yet. Just not there yet. Always learning. I've gotten a new habit where if I have insomnia, which is becoming more and more common in my life, every time I'm insomniatic, Hey, what's up, Ratlord? Every time I'm insomniatic, I just go do something productive. I just get out of bed and I go do something. So last night, I just jumped on my computer and did a bunch of tutorials. And I learned a lot of weird stuff. Oh, I learned how to do mass baking, by the way, which is I was told was a myth, but is not a myth. You can actually bake like a lot of textures all at once and save yourself like an hour's worth of baking your textures. It's amazing, actually. It's like the best thing ever. I wish I didn't take so long to learn how to do it. It saves me so much time. I had that archery target I made a couple of weeks ago. I was trying to bake all of the textures from it and just having like a nightmare of a time, and I kept taking breaks from it, which isn't great on my part, but I was just annoyed. And I figured out how to do a mass bake, and now you press one button and it's done. And now I never have to think about the archery target again. It was super lovely, super sweet. Bum, 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 bada bum. How far does that go? That's done. We're done. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and make a line right here to tell you when you are done. Don't do that. Don't do that. Okay, there's one. That's how I know I'm done. When I get to that line, I am done. There we go. Okay, let's do this thing. So we're gonna want to get that about the same length away and just go straight across. I'm feeling the rhythms now. How much time have we done? We've not done too bad. I'm going to make a slime here in just a moment, and he's going to be the star of the show. We're going to have a little bit of pop of color on this thing, and then we're set. We're done, ready to go. Bum, ba-da. I also, last night, learned how to make a new style of tree. Wait, more than the trees. What I should be saying is I learned how to do normal editing. Like, really efficient normal editing. And so I'm hoping soon to get into some pseudo-anime Guilty Gear looking kind of graphics. I know that stuff's very hard, and I'm not going to jump in thinking that I'm going to do a good job or anything like that. But the goal is really to get into that sort of like hyper-normalized art. And maybe get a little bit away from my procedural texture workflow. I still want to keep in mind my workflow for bump maps and normals, or not bump map, not more normals, just bump maps. I want to keep in mind like bump maps and reflection maps and stuff like that. But as far as diffuse goes, I think I'm going to try and let lighting do a lot of my diffuses for me moving forward. But we'll see. We'll see what sticks when I try it. Because potentially I'm going to try it, I'm going to hate it, and I'm going to go back to the way that I've done things in the past. But at the end of the day, all you want to do is keep moving forward. Detail is how many new verts per area you allow Dynatopo to create, and the higher the detail, the more geometry in each stroke. No, I mean, I get that, but like, what does the detail mean? Like, is that tin detail? Or is that tin detail? Right? Like, how do you know what the numbers mean? That's like the big question. All right. So now we should be able to just break in the bricks and we're done. Nice and easy. Bum 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 bum. So we're just going to draw the lines for the bricks. Could I have done all of this in poly edit and save myself a lot of time? Probably. You live and you learn, I guess. A big old rock, big old stone. Okay, that'll do just fine for me. Let's get all that looking up into here. We got a thick boy up here, so we got to make sure that we don't get too crazy with it. All right. That is enough for that. It is starting to look like something. All right, we have one more bit of detail that I have to worry about. But other than that, I think we are like basically good to go. I do want to make like a night sky, I think, outside that window, but I'm pretty quick at doing that in procedural. I don't think I need to use an image texture or anything like that. And other than that, I think we are like set. So I'm hoping that this one worked. I'm hoping that we did something impressive today. Here is to hoping. You have the pipette tool available for detail selection, so you can easily sample an area. Okay, so what does that mean? When you say sample an area, like, I use the pipette tool. What am I sampling? Am I clicking a vertice? Am I clicking a flat face at the correct zoom that I want to be zoomed in at? Like, what do you mean by that? What does that actually mean? Because I don't know what I would be clicking on, or like why clicking on things would have any effect on my mesh. I guess what I'm saying is, like, what is the unit scale for detail? Like, at what point is an object this size or that size or whatever? Also, if that didn't feel super intuitive to me, I don't know what else is. Now, these rocks aren't symmetrical, which is really kind of a shame, but I'm not in the business of fixing this right now, so it's going to be what it's going to be. I should have done a couple of slim guys. Oh well. You live, you learn. I'm definitely getting over it. I'm starting to not care as much. I just want to be done. I want to make my slime. The slime is really what I'm here for today. So I'm kind of done on this wall. I think I learned a lot. I think I'm done. So let's just clear off the rest of this wall as fast as we can. There we go. We want slime. When do we want it? Now. You know what? I want slime as well. Okay, that is not terrible. Now, should this be as loosey-goosey as it is? No, that actually looks kind of terrible. If you had a 1 meter line, a stroke along it with detailed tin Dynatopo would make tin verts on it. I think I understand what you're saying. Okay. I'll have to practice that offline. I'll do some constant practice offline for sure. It does sound like it's more efficient than what I'm doing right now. I just need to be able to wrap my brain around it before I'm willing to dive in completely. Like, I pretty much understand what I'm doing right now. I'm not good at it. Let's not confuse understanding for expertise. But I think I get like what's happening right now. I don't get constant. So I'll have to practice first. But we'll get there. I'll get there, I promise. Alright, so have we made maybe the most unprofessional looking stone wall you've ever seen? Sure have. Sure have. I mean, it is cool. I'll give it that. It's very cool the way it looks. It's just not realistic enough for me. But for a first time, I can't be upset at that. For not knowing what I'm doing, sure, this is fine. I'm gonna take this. We're just going to up the detail just enough to make it feel right. And given the fact that I'm baking this anyway, I don't care too much about the topology. It can be as crazy as I want it to be as far as I'm concerned. All right, so we got everything set up here. Are we gonna do the window? Am I gonna do the window? Question time. Am I actually going to do the window? I think I have to, objectively. All right. Does this look like stone at all? No, I'm kind of losing my patience and just wanting to like move on with it because the slime is really why I was here to begin with. I do feel like I'm starting to like feel comfortable with how to do the edit though. You know, from a distance, that's not the worst thing I've ever seen. From a distance, that looks fine. There's some weird bits, right? Like that needs to be rounded. You need to be rounded. We need to do some of this guy. Right, just little bits and bobs every here and there. That should be fine. Just getting a little bit of this, feeling all right in the world. Everything else, not terrible. That actually looks better. That looks better. Okay, so now we'll just go along this line and just seam it up a little bit. And let's make a crack in this wall. Just for the sake of detail, let's make a little tiny crack. Like really small. If you were using constant detail and high detail, it would have already rounded. So like, I get that, Barrel, but I can't know things I don't know, right? I can't just like have it in my brain. I mean, like theoretically, I could be a much better 3D modeler than I am and like be working twice as fast and already, you know, be rich from this. And, you know, that's just like the nature of progression, right? The truth of the matter is you can't know what you don't know. So we'll get there, I promise. I didn't know how to dyno topo until today, and now I know how to dyno topo, and doing all of this by hand would have been pretty much impossible, I think. I'd have been sitting here and remeshing this the whole time, which is terrible. And now we're not, so, you know, we're getting somewhere. It's just a matter of what you're able to keep track of at any given time. I think the worst thing that you can do for yourself creatively, for anybody who's trying to learn anything, art, music, filmmaking, not that all of that's art, but you know what I mean. Anybody who's trying to learn things, I think you have to really understand what you're doing to be able to repeat it. You can follow a tutorial and you can follow instruction or this or that, but to actually like know what you're doing and be able to repeat it is crucial. That's the most critical part to being like an artist, in my opinion. That's what separates people who do it for a career and people who just go like, look at this cool thing I made. And that's where it becomes really weird, because 3D modeling, in order to be good at 3D modeling, at least specific parts, I'm not going to say all 3D modeling, but a lot of 3D modeling, there's like a mathematical angle to it. And people who go into art, you know, 3D modeling being an extension of art, usually culturally are against math. Not that they're bad at it or whatever, but, you know, most artists are like, oh, at least I'm not doing math. It's a very common thing I've heard along a course of my life. And it's like, well, 3D modeling, in order to get good, has at least minor mathematic elements. So you being bad at math would be a detriment to your ability to be good at 3D modeling. And so I think like stuff like that is important, just to think a little bit more granularly about what you're doing. Also, that is a crack. Yeah, just an example. I get that. I'm not offended. You're good. I'm not calling you out or anything. I'm just, you know, to provide anything to anybody else who is watching who might not be as proficient. I think it's important not to force yourself to do things that are beyond your understanding right at that moment. Very important to be careful with yourself. As they say, check yourself before you wreck yourself. Ba 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 da ba da ba da ba da ba da ba. Oh, that's the workflow. That's it. We got it. I know what it is now. It's crack. It's crack average over and over and over again. This is the solution. This is how you do it. I know there's faster ways to do it, but this is not a bad way to do it. Hey, thanks, Saf. Now, some people are going to tell me that the window should have slates like the rest of this does. Boy, you're right. Am I going to do it? No. Because I'm lazy. He's a lazy man. There we go. That is pretty cool to me. We're going to average all that out down here. Make sure all this looks good. Be careful around that part. Now that looks like something. Oh, and I'm seeing a big problem right here. Whoops, I forgot. Let's go ahead and just put a couple of these guys up here. Just a few of those bad boys. That is pretty solid. Dare I come in and try to average it out a little bit? Is this the worst idea in the world? Maybe. It's hard to say. Okay, don't do that. It may be an unrealistic window, but it could be done. That's true. You know, that was the confidence that I needed in my life, Beryl. Thank you. So now, let's make a slime. The goal is slime time. Yeah, learning constant detail, I think, will be kind of crucial to making this work. But for the time being, that's it. Let's grab them. Let's smooth it out. I kind of want to double smooth it. This is going to be a bad idea. Don't do what I'm doing. Yeah, don't do that. That's a bad idea. Instead, what you want to do is grab your auto smooth. Oh, turn off auto smooth. No, turn on auto smooth. And make it like 60. Okay, something is weird here, and I think it's the normals. So let's grab that, and let's go to edit and look at just the mess that we've made. And let's recalculate the normals, recalculate outside. It's gonna really think about this. Not that much better. Okay, so yeah, there's a lot of pockets here. That's the big problem. So that's where you'd have to go in and smooth those out. It does have a cool, like, weird look to it, though. There's some cool stuff in here. This is kind of an interesting look. Okay, so we'll worry about that later. I'll worry about that way later. Let's make a slime. Let's throw a slime on this wall. So, what do we want? We want springboard. We want spring. We want floor. Yeah, this could work. This can work. We can make this work. Yeah, I just need to smooth out more. I have too many little blotchy bits. Noted. Noted. Thank you for the goose. So now our goal is to make a boy. So let's get rid of all that. Let's get rid of the camera. Let's plug ourselves in a slime. And I'm going to start with a plane. And I don't know how this is going to work, but I think I have a clue. So what I want is to add a meta ball. Oh, that's a terrible looking meta ball. No. Meta ball. Radius. Oh, we'll do that all that later. Okay. It is slime time. We'll do like a 0.1 and a 0.1. Let's do a 0.2 and a 0.1. That way we're not totally killing our computer right away. Influence we're going to worry about later. And now let's add a constraint to it so that it looks good. Relationship. Floor. There we go. Floor is plain. That didn't. Hello? Oh, T, thank you very much. That is very sweet of you. T, you're wonderful. You've always been very good to me. Okay, so what I want, realistically, is to splat it against the wall and have this be a hard surface. But it's probably not the worst thing if I just do a mirror around the wall and have it intersect like it's stuck like goo. So I think I'm not going to worry about it. We're just going to make this boy. So let's get into it. We're going to do some SYs and make a little slime boy. So the goal is to make a little lumpy boy who gets splatted on the wall by the spring trap. Bum, 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 bum. Fun fact, I learned about metaballs from Pikmin. So shout out to Pikmin for teaching me, specifically Scruffy, I should say. The YouTuber Scruffy taught me everything I know about metaballs. So shout out to Scruffy. Hope he's doing well. He just did a cool little video about Subnautica. So I want to say he's doing quite well. He did like an Animal Crossing thing for August or September, I think. If you need a YouTuber to watch, I'm going to highly recommend Scruffy. He is one of the coolest people on the planet. Okay, we got something going on here. We got a little splatty boy. Let's copy that and move that down. Now, we want to add little lumps that aren't directly a part of... There we go, just like that. We want little lumps on the actual surface as well. Like that. So it doesn't look so obviously pre-made. And now we can do some extra stuff like SX and RY to make weirder little segments here. I don't like that. Is that our slime? Is that what he looks like? There he is. I mean, he's a cutie, is what he is. At the end of the day, he's just a cute little man. Look at that. Look at this cute little boy. Okay. You'll do. You'll do just fine. Let's add maybe a little bit more influence. A little less influence. Sure, you'll do just fine. Okay, that looks okay to me. So I grab that and that's my slime done. Now we bring everything back except for low wall. And now we're going to take our slime and push it against the wall and splat him. Does that look like a splat? I don't know. Looks kind of like a splat to me. That should be... All right, okay. There he is. He is on the wall. He has been splatted. And now I'm going to add just a few more details. Let's go ahead and add a cylinder of 32 is fine. Who cares? Squished boy. Wait till you see his face. Just wait until you see his face. You're going to be in love. Okay, so we're going to do that, and we're going to put an array on it. You need to go to the grocery store, but it's so cold you're avoiding it. I get that. I totally understand. It's finally starting to cool off here in good old Florida. So I'm starting to feel the rhythms of the winter. But man, I wish it were colder. There we go. Little bars in the window. Done. Okay, so now we texture it all. That was weird. That kind of blew my mind for just a moment. So we're going to give the spring a bunch of rust. We're going to give these guys a bunch of rust. Do I want rust or do I want dark iron? I think I want dark iron. I don't love the rust, if I'm being perfectly honest. So what I'm going to do is just add a hue saturation and remove all the saturation. Seems a lot easier to do than the way I was doing it previously. So we can just drop that saturation all the way down and start dropping the value down a little bit. And now we got some iron bars, and we can drop that strength down just a little bit to make them look a little bit more contained. Okay. This guy has to be his own new texture. We'll worry about that in a little bit. This wall needs to be stone. Whoa, careful. Careful. We're dropping frames real quick. Okay, no normals. No normals. You're just going to be a flat looking wall. Oh, we want normals. Come on. Come on. So we're going to drop that strength down quite a bit. This thing is going to render like garbage. I mean, it looks like a dingy little cave. It's not the worst thing I've ever seen. Do I care to change anything about it? I think we want to bypass. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of this. Stones look nice, has nice ruins energy. Well, thank you. I think we got something going on. I just need it to render a little bit better. Oh no. The slots addiction is real. Also, I will 100% have to change these wires because I cannot see a gosh dang thing. Oh, there we go. Was that it? Did we have it? No, I think this is it. I think we want to do that. Oh, look at that. That is pretty good looking. Okay, who's plugging in? You're a noise texture going in there? Tell you what, new texture idea. We're gonna add a where are we looking? Musgrave. We should be able to set this up correctly and make those bumps really, really dramatic looking. Scale is going to be like 20 so that they're everywhere. Oh, look at that. And then we want them kind of everywhere. There we go. That's a stone wall. Done. Look at that. Look how good that looks. That looks crazy good. Now, problem is the roughness. The roughness cannot be sparkly. That is too much. What? Why is it getting more sparkly? What? This doesn't make any sense to me. Why is this happening? Why is it getting crazier? Sure, that'll be the look. Why not? Metallic? Oh, metallic is the one that we're worried about. And that is the metallic. Oh, I see. Yes, I'm wrong. I was using the wrong one. Sorry, it's hard to see my lines. There we go. Now we're looking better. You like the sparkly? Too bad. No sparkly for you. Look at that. Look how crazy that looks. Now, obviously, there would be grout in here, and you'd have grout lines, and I'd have to make the grout. I'm sorry. I'm still learning. This is a brand new practice to me. For what it is, I think it looks really good. I think we've made something fantastic. And I'm not going to be upset about it, is what I'm going to do. Okay, let's do the floor now. So we're going to make tiles. So first thing we want to do is we want to make grout. Man, I really don't like working like this. Let me fix this real quick. This looks really hard for me to work with. Where are we looking? Node editor, wires. 0.5. 0.5. There we go. That looks a little bit better. I can actually see what I'm doing for once. Do I want to make them even crazier than that? No, I think that's fine. Yeah, that'll do. Done. Okay, I can actually see what I'm doing now. So, we need ourselves another Musgrave. This one's going to be very small. We're not going to focus too much on it. And it's going to plug into our mortar. What? Why did that happen? Weird. I don't know why that's happening, but sure. And now we just need this guy to be mega small. That actually looks pretty good by my standards. Now, is that the color? No, that is just the bump. So I actually want 2 brick textures. And we'll do another bump up here. And this will be our colors for our mortar. And that should be kind of smooth looking. So we want a lot of black. Why is there no black? What? What is happening? Is it because the mortar smooth is so high? Why is it doing that? Oh, there it is. Okay, so there is black. So we have brown and black as our mortar. I don't know why this part has nothing. Why is that? What is that about? Oh, it's because these aren't identical. I see. No, they are. No, they're not. I see. I messed up. I should have just used this. And then we got to plug the object into the vector, and we're done. There we go. Now we got it. Do, do, do. Wham, 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 wham. Do, 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 do. I hate that. Why is that there? Get rid of that. So I think a better way to do this is to grab this and we're going to colorize it using Hue Saturation. What? It's still doing it. Why is there a flat bit here? Don't do that. I need you to be really crazy. Why is there just a flat part? There we go. That's how you solve that problem. Now we can take that lachronicity back down to where we like it, 1.7. We can take that dimension down to where we like it, right there. The scale can come back down to 10. We can go back to 3D so it's easier on our render, which I think doesn't matter, but I'm going to do it anyway. Look at that. There she is, beautiful. And now we go ahead and throw a color ramp in here to do the bricks. We're so close. We're so close. We're so close to making this work. Some dingy little tile. Love that. Like that look. That is a good look. Very dingy looking tile. Now we color it. So what color shall the tile be? I'm thinking red and black. Sounds like a dungeon to me. So I'm gonna start with red, like a nice, deep, dark, creepy red. Red with some brown bits in it. Maybe little bits of green on the inner part. Little dark, desaturated green. They should be pretty, like, obvious. Okay, there is that brick. Sure. That'll be just fine. That'll be our brick. I actually kind of think we want to maybe add another node right here. That will be this color. Or this color. That'll do. Perfect. Okay. And now we add a hue saturation to give it that dark black sort of vibe. So we're going to remove all saturation on a little bit of them and drop it down to be dark and moody. Look at that. So now we just need to check our bias between these tiles. That'll do for me. Cool. Cool, 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 cool. Okay, so now we want to grab this is going to get out of hand pretty quickly. Also, should these be inverted? We're back on the slots. Back on the slots. Yeah. The obsession is real, that's for sure. Okay, let's assign that to 1. Take a look, make sure it worked all the way around. That is pretty good looking. Now slot 2 is going to be the same thing. It's going to be stone slabs. But we're going to remove the brick texture for the most part. So we're going straight in here and straight in here. Oops, don't do that. We're going to make a copy of stone slabs, and now we're going to go straight in here and straight in here. Now I can remove most of the stuff that doesn't matter. Okay, there we go. Now we have a dingy little floor panel. So when you look at that, it just looks like it got popped up. Now it's your turn. We're going to apply scale to you. We're going to come into here. We're going to grab your surface. We're going to put a little tiny bevel on you to make you look right. That looks perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, now I can apply scale to you one more time. We're going to give you stone slabs, and we're going to double that, I guess. I don't exactly know what's going on here, but we'll just plug you straight in. And then we want to plug you straight in. I think that's done. So, problem with this is that it got scaled a little bit weirder than the last one. So I'm just going to put a mapping node on here. Vector mapping, do that. And then we're going to scale it until it's just one tile. So it should be 0.1. 0.3. 0.3 looks fine. There we go. Look at that. So we got a little springboard that popped up and threw him against the wall. Can't be mad at that. This is not the worst looking thing I've ever seen. Let's give this guy the material slime. We're going to give him a lot of transmission. And he is going to be somewhat see-through, which we are going to accomplish by turning on this. Oh, and you can see the wall through him. That's a look. That's the look right there. So, we need to make a shiny little slimy boy. He's going to have a lot of clear coat because he's gross. Yeah, baby. Look at him. Give him his bad color. What color slime do we want? I'm thinking we want like a cyan, like a bright cyan. That'll do for me. That'll do for me. That'll do. All right. How do we feel about that? Get rid of these nodes. Oh, he looks good. I think the one thing that I would like to add, get rid of that, is let's grab these metaballs. We're going to make them way bigger. Just so we can really have something to look at. Oh, he is good. Okay, now we got to give him a face. Let's give him a face. I'm going to give him just a normal looking face. And by that, I mean not normal at all. So we can go ahead and have ourselves a little boy with a 45-degree angle. Grab each of these. We're going to extrude individual. That doesn't work. Okay, we will extrude you. Repeat. Didn't work. This is obnoxious. Why doesn't it just extrude along normals? We'll do 2.5. There we go. All the way across. Grab him, bring him down. Look at that. A little bit of GX. And I will mirror him across the metaballs, I guess. I don't know how that's going to work. Mirror across metaball. Sure, that's weird. We're going to have to specifically position that in a little bit, but I'm not going to worry about it right now. I kind of wish I could combine all these metaballs into one, but I think that's not in our best interest right now. So we're going to call these slime eyes. And we're going to make a mouth. So let's give ourselves a cube. We're going to make it roughly the same as the eyes, if I can help it. We're going to do a little bit of that. Grab it. Do a bit of this. GZ you up. Apply scale. And bevel way down until we get ourselves a nice mouth that we all agree is amazing. Perfect. There he is. That'll do. Do I care any more than this? A little bit, yes. I care that much. Okay, back to shaders. Oh, look at him. He's a sad face slime boy for sure. So we're gonna call this slime mouth. We're gonna head down to our eyes. We're going to apply the mirror, grab both the eyes and the mouth. And we're going to GX them just a little bit over. Look at that. Look at that. Now, for the sake of getting this right, let's give him higher up on the wall. Just so he looks like he'd suffered a little bit of a spring. Okay, we're lagging out just a little bit. We have a lot of geo going on, obviously. I didn't actually bake the way I was supposed to because I haven't done anything yet, but we'll be fine. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go max roughness, max this, max that. I'm actually going to add a little bit of a negative on the eyes, just so we can get that really vibrant look. So we're gonna call this slime face. I think we are basically done. Oh, I will add, okay, I gotta add the night sky. I'm thinking that's my scene, and do I hate the scene? I don't think I hate this at all. I think I'm actually kind of pleased with what we've made today. Dare I say I like it. Okay, sure. That'll be the look, and then that will be dropped. We got to make sure that this actually looks like tile now that I'm looking at it. The slime is my favorite. I also am a fan of the slime. I do like me some slime. There we go. That's not terrible. I will say, now that I'm looking at how the tiles are positioned, I don't know if I like the overlap on the tiles like this. I'll leave it, I guess, but I don't think it's the best looking thing in the world. Yeah, this will be fine. This will be our sketch for the day. Okay, so let's finish this guy off. A plane with a 90-degree spin, going GY all the way in the back, getting big. That is our skybox. Cylinders are metal bars. And what is this? Plane. Plane comes down to here. Slime is done. You are our sky. Night sky. And it is going to be a super easy setup. We're just going to use texture with a Voronoi. Pop it back with some object coordinates. Pop you up to a color ramp. We're We're going to do some weird stuff up here, but we'll get there. You are going to be a distance Minotsky. It's going to be reversed of that. And it's going to be a little bit more vibrant. And it's going to be a lot more. There we go. That is too much. There we go. I probably want to try and add some depth to that, but I think I'm not going to worry about it. Actually, I am going to worry about it. We're going to add a constraint to it, and we're going to track it to camera. Just so we can have that look a little bit more real. There we go. There we go. A little bit of stars. We can remove some of them. There's a little bit too much going on. There we go. Now I'm going to make them red. Not quite super red, but a little bit red. 0.6 red should be fine. I'm going to give it a hue saturation. Oh, we're turbo speed now. We are basically here. Hello, the green mass looks like Flubber. Oh yeah, he's a slime. You are correct. What's up, Farron? How you doing? Okay, so we're gonna grab you and pop a random noise on you. Actually, we don't even need that, do we? We just want a random texture, noise, object, color, hue, and we want to watch the madness. There we go. Is this the alpha? What do you mean, is this the alpha? What does that mean? That is looking clean. She's looking clean as can be. Are you using the 3.1 alpha of Blender? I am not. I tried it out for a little bit, and I'd rather wait. This is just Eevee. We're just popping straight into some Eevee on this. Okay, that's done. She is done. Let's go ahead and put some color on her and remove any extra weird stuff going on, and we're done. Specular, get rid of it. We don't want specular. Roughness, we don't want it. Sheen, we don't want it. Clear coat, we don't want it. We want saturation to be regular saturation, actually. And we want emissions to be kind of normalized. What's the question mark for? I'm just an Eevee. I thought I saw colored links between nodes. Got it. I have recolored all of my stuff quite a bit. So it is true that things might look a little weird. I'll give you that one. But nope. I am in Eevee for sure. Just normal old Eevee. Mix RGB. Okay, so one of these should be good, one of these should be bad. You're the good, you're the bad. Okay, perfect. How are you doing, Farron? What have you been working on lately? What's your current obsession? Okay, so we're gonna grab you and black. And that should be a decent little setup. I might need to change the noise. The noise is way too much. Yes. So we're just gonna change this noise out for a new noise. The scale is gonna go way down. The roughness can be high, the detail can be low, and the scale can go up slightly. That looks good. That looks really good. I actually kind of want to blow this down a little bit. Oh, wait, no. Nope, not you. Not you, not you, not you. I want to blow this guy down a little bit to make big old stars. And we can go ahead and make a few more of them. And that means we can blow this guy down a little bit to simplify some of those guys. Sure, that'll do. I made pumpkins with the shape of the logo of my company carved into it with a candle inside. Very original. That's awesome. There's nothing to hate about that. Sometimes originality is the killer, right? Originality can really hurt you. That looks great. Like, is this the best thing I've ever made? No. But like, the amount of time I put into this is 2.5 hours of work. And I learned a new thing while I was doing it? No. 2.5 hours with a new practice? I don't care what anybody says. I know it's not the best. I know we're all looking at the same image. I like it. I'm pleased with it. I'm very pleased with this. I'm going to add my finishing touch because I am obsessed. I am an obsessive, crazy person. But otherwise, we're done. So let's grab you. And let's plug you in, and let's add ourselves in a layer weight. Where are we at? You facing... There we go. That should do, and we're gonna go HSV. And I'm gonna grab a color. We'll go far. We'll go like full nuclear chaos. There we go. That's my little finishing touch. I love my little rainbows. You gotta love the rainbows. The rainbows do it right. We'll up that blend just a little bit to make it look a little bit less crazy. There we go. I mean, that's the look. That's it. We're done. Is like a flubber covered in soap. Oh yeah. He's a little greasy boy. I suppose I should also add this to the emission since we are here. Might as well double down on the colors. Hey, don't do that. is the takeaway. Don't actually do that. Okay, so final steps. Last little pieces of the puzzle. We're gonna grab this. We're going to pop on an HDRI that we like. Let's see what we want. I'm going to say, off the top of my head, British market sounds good. Hello? British market has some good energy to it. Maybe a little too dark for my interests. That is dramatic looking. Now, if that is not intense and dramatic, I don't know. Field is also good. Indoor City Night. Let's try City Night. City Night here makes it look like there's a torch behind us, which is a good look. We're going to drop that strength a little bit. We're going to grab Flubber here. And we're going to increase his transmission roughness a good amount. Nope, don't do that. Huh. We got ourselves a little rainbow slime, you know. You know how it goes. We all know my proclivities when it comes to slimes. Look at everyone being sweet in chat. I kind of wish we didn't have as much shine. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna grab you and make you a lot less. Make you less saturated. There we go. I think that's done. I think that is the look I'm going for. Does this look kind of bad? Yes. Here, learning how to make strange things like on a medieval jail as a background. That's how you do it. Is your name from Zelda? That's a great question. Everything else looks all right. I'm going to give myself a pass. I'm going to say we're doing just fine. I might grab you. And do just a little bit of this. Oh wait, first off, let's grab the whole thing and apply scale. We cannot apply scale. I am screwed. We want all of this. There we go. That'll do. Let's go back to shaders, see what that looks like. Make sure that we are shading smooth. Come on. Come on. And then now we're going to go ahead and do some autos. Perfect. Oh, there we go. That's it. Done. Look at that. Now it's got a nice little gradiated surface. That's perfect. Is this song from Fall Guys? It is. I really like the Fall Guys soundtrack. You know, it's not my kind of game, but I really appreciate the soundtrack. It's got the best energy. Okay, that is done. I don't love the way the stars look out here, if I'm being perfectly honest. I think it's because there's true black, and there's really not true black in the world. Let's change that hue a little bit, and let's drop it down to like a 0.03. Otherwise, I think we're done. Okay, that's it. I am finished. So, I am going to go ahead and render this guy out. I'm going to try and render in cycles. Ampster piece. Well, thank you. I think it's China. I think the city is China. yeah, we're gonna render this guy out. I'm gonna try and do it in cycles. We'll see if that works or not. But otherwise, that has been stream. So I am going to quickly send everybody over to somebody. I learned recently that if you follow me through a raid, you get a bunch of channel points. So if you needed a incentive to go get those channel points. So let's see who is 3D modeling. I see Invader Tori is on. We might do Invader Tori. We might do a little bit of Invader Tori today. We'll see. Let's see. There's Niche. We've invaded Niche a lot lately. I don't want to overblow Niche. As much as I love Niche. So let's do Invader Tori. Invader Tori, very cool person. Friend of a friend. We love Invader Tori. Go say hi. Go say raid. And send him all the love. Yeah, and you need those channel points. So we'll just go right there and we'll send you off. And I'll say, everybody have yourself a nice time. I'll catch you on the flip side. Peace.